about that numbering system. Anybody else? Come on, I gotta fill an hour here. Help me out. Yeah.
I know I've already gone, but I was wondering.
Sorry, nobody else is raising their hand.
I was wondering, have you ever line bombed somebody in the recording studio, or has anybody ever line bombed you?
What does that mean?
When like somebody says something to mess you up or make you laugh, like
Oh,
throw
yeah.
you off.
All the time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Stories, please.
They're all dirty. I can't say that.
Dang it!
People here.
Dang it.
Yeah, I can't say that, but there was one the other day, and it just involved the word hammer.
I'm gonna cry. That's so beautiful.
I could not get through it. The director's kind of laughing. I was like, "Did you read the script? What I have to say here?" Like, "You're hammering me." You know, I don't know. It was worse, way worse, way worse, and I made it even worse. You know, sometimes you'll add a little to the end of the line just to screw around when you're tired and want to mess around with the director. Mary Elizabeth McGlynn is my director, and she's a good friend of mine, and she's just very fun to work with. She's enormously talented as an actor and a singer, but she's a great director. She's super fun to work with, and we have a great rapport, you know, because it's been 7 years. I mean, that's quite a lot of time to spend in a small room with someone in almost darkness.
I know.
And then we go eat sushi. Yeah, whenever I record the
Seriously?
ramen episodes, I'm always starving.
Oh, same.
I'm like, 9 a.m., let's go get some sushi. We do go get sushi quite a bit. In the way back.
Is there any characters in Naruto that annoy you?
Naruto. No. That annoy me? Hinata.
Oh!
Come on. I like her when she was fighting.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. Didn't she?
No.
Believe it! That got tiring. But I
For us, too.
haven't said that line since episode 18, I want to remind people. And there have been 375 episodes. I don't think I can even say believe it anymore. Like, if the line is like, I'm going to be there, believe it, and I'm like, no. No, actually, I don't say that. They don't let me say that. Yeah.
Have you ever forgotten a line?
No, because it's written in front of me. But, oh, you mean on stage or anything? Oh, yeah. I do this little show called Lab Rats, and they change the words on me all the time. And I'm like, what? You know, I'll be in the middle of it and be like, I'm going to come after you. I'm going to, what? What am I going to do? That's because they change the script, like, all the time. But on stage, yeah. I have, not too much, but once in a while. I remember I was doing a stage show that won a bunch of awards. One night I just came out and I was like, it's my first line. And I had been doing the show for 2 years. But sometimes you just, you know, your mind just kind of goes blank and someone's like, weren't you going to ask me? I was like, oh yeah. But not too much. I don't know, as you get older, I guess you forget more. Yeah.
Sure, Naruto's a blast to work on, and I'm sure it keeps you busy with all the episodes, but is there any other animes over the years that you would have loved to have worked on?
No.
Yes,
This one's
that's awesome.
You know, I don't do a lot of anime. I do this, and that's it. I did one episode of Astro Boy. I almost was Astro Boy. It came like down to me and Candy came in my life. And but you know, this is a very busy show. And for a while, it was so prevalent everywhere that I really, honestly, couldn't get cast in another anime too much because it's so iconic, and you know, there's so much of it. And I don't watch a lot of anime. I just don't have time to. So I'm not as familiar. I'm more familiar now, but I don't have another favorite anime or anything like that. So I know there's some really good ones out there, though, that a lot of my friends do. Yeah.
Oh, does it ever hurt your voice when you have to do the scenes, like when you turn into the Nine-Tailed Fox or just transform and you have to get really loud and a rough voice?
It generally doesn't hurt, but if I have to keep doing it for a loud scream, like video games, when you do video games, it's like, you know, you'll get the script. The largest video game I ever did hasn't come out yet, and but but I did it like 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. And I had to do 12,000 lines. Yeah. And it took, weeks. And I could only do a couple hours at a time or whatever. And the way it goes is like this.
12,000 times?
That's why I drink.
Oh.
Not currently, I was lying unopened. This is coffee. Little Jack Daniels. No, it's but when we do the video games now, we kind of save a lot of the screams. So I'll do like a regular couple hours, and then at the last 20 minutes, we'll do some screams. And then, the next day, we'll do the same thing. And generally, we kind of do it if it's a really, really intense screaming game, or I have to scream Rasengan 40 different ways. It's we break up the screaming because I record every other day. Just to give your voice a little time off. Even the guys, when they're doing the games, Liam O'Brien who plays Gara, they need time off too from the yelling. And I have friends that do like Call of Duty games, stuff like that, and it's just 4 hours of screaming, and they lose their voice, but I just kind of don't say anything for the rest of the day. I don't answer my phone, just walk around the house, pet my dog. It's a simple life. I like Law and Order. Okay. Yeah.
Have you ever found or read any fan fiction?
Fan fiction? Who has the time? Most of it's bad. People will send me stuff and they're like, I think it's a great idea for a script. And I'm like, yeah, well, if I read it, I'd be sued. So I can't, because I don't want someone going, you took this idea or whatever. You got to be careful of that stuff, in all seriousness. I'm sure there's very good fan fiction. As a rule, I just kind of don't read it. That's kind of my policy. Yeah.
What was it like recording this game?
Which
Going
game is
back
it?
and forth, Generations, where you had both young and old Naruto, or teen,
Oh,
going back and forth between the 12 and the 16-year-old version.
that's not really a problem. It's pretty fun. All the games run together for me because I say the same thing like 4,000 times. Like, it's amazing. It's like every game I'm like, oh yeah, okay, you can do it. Yeah. Over here, over there. It's like, so sometimes in my head I'm like, what game? And it's always Naruto Shippuden, Next Generation 1. They all sound, all the titles are very similar, so you kind of just go, what game was it? And then I don't play it, because if I played it, I'd have to kill myself. I'm generally happy. Yeah.
Out of all the Naruto games, which one was your favorite to do? Or to voice act?
Well, that huge one was fun. It's not out yet, but the animation was spectacular. Like, you're gonna love it when it comes out. It's just beautiful. So that was fun, and there was a lot of story in that one. There was a lot of fighting, but there was a lot of story. So whenever there's a lot of story, that's really fun. Yes. Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I have a couple of questions to ask you.
Okay.
These two are reasonable. The first one is, who do you think was your least favorite character?
Hinata.
Well, okay. Jitsu.
Ooh. Not sexy jutsu. Do that.
You said you couldn't do that one.
Right. I would say, my favorite jutsu. Yeah, I guess multi-shadow clone jutsu.
Yeah.
Shadow clone jutsu! Never said that before. Never. Are those your two reasonable questions? Now one's the, do you have an unreasonable question?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Can you give me a description of the Nine-Tailed Fox character inside Naruto?
Give a description of it?
Yeah.
Ooh,
I don't understand.
boy, you're tough. Watergate hearings.
Uh,
Well, I mean, I think it's, it's a beast that lives inside of him that's